Hello, hello, hello! A very warm welcome back to Slow Talk Mastery. I am Emma, and I am so happy to spend this time with you today.
And I am Mark. Hello, Emma. I was thinking this morning, we have so many friends watching us from all over the world. Brazil, Japan, Indonesia, Spain. It's amazing.
It really is, Mark. But you know what's funny? Even though we have all these digital friends, many people find it very scary to make friends in person, especially in a new language.
Oh, I totally agree. I remember when I first tried to make friends in a different country. My heart was beating so fast. I was worried I would say the wrong thing.
That is exactly why we are here today. Today's episode is a special long guide titled Making Friends. We are going to give you the exact words, the secret phrases, and the confidence to say hello to anyone.
This is going to be a deep dive, everyone. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and relax. But before we start, Emma, we have a small request for our amazing listeners, don't we?
We do. If you find our lessons helpful, please click that subscribe button. It helps us keep this channel free for everyone. And if you're feeling extra kind today, give us a like and share this video.
It really helps the algorithm show our slow talk to more people. Okay, Emma, let's start at the very beginning. I'm at a party, or maybe a coffee shop. I see someone I want to talk to. My palms are sweaty. What do I do?
The first 30 seconds are the most important, Mark. You don't need a long speech, you just need an icebreaker.
Icebreaker. I love that term. It's like a small hammer that breaks the cold silence. What is a good one for beginners?
The best icebreaker is a compliment or an observation. For example, I love your hat. Where did you get it? Or, this coffee is great, isn't it?
Oh, that's smart. If you talk about the environment, it's not too personal. You can say, it's a bit crowded here today, don't you think?
Exactly. And then, once they answer, you can introduce yourself. By the way, I'm Emma.
And I would say, nice to meet you, Emma. I'm Mark. Now here is a tip for our listeners. When someone tells you their name, repeat it back to them.
Oh, that's a great trick. Why is that, Mark?
Because people love the sound of their own name, and it helps you remember it. So I say, it's a pleasure to meet you, Emma.
I feel special already. Now, once you know their name, the conversation needs to grow. This is where many people get stuck. They say, nice to meet you, and then silence.
The awkward silence. We want to avoid that. Let's talk about the F.O.R.D method in the next part.
Listeners, if you want to be a master of conversation, remember the word F.O.R.D. F.O.R.D.
Does it stand for the car brand?
No, Mark. It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams.
Wow, that's a perfect map for a conversation. Let's break it down. F for family. You can ask, do you have any siblings? Or do you live around here with your family?
O for occupation. This is about work or study. What do you do for a living? Or what are you studying at university?
R for recreation. This is my favorite. Hobbies. What do you do for fun? Or have you seen any good movies lately?
And D for dreams. This is for when the conversation becomes a bit deeper. Where is one place you really want to travel to?
Using these 4 topics, you can talk to someone for hours. But Emma, what if they give very short answers, like yes, no, or it's okay?
Then you need open-ended questions. Instead of asking, do you like this music? which is a yes-no question, ask, "What do you think about this music?"
What do you think about? That is a powerful phrase. It forces the other person to talk more. And while they talk, you must be a good listener.
Yes, nod your head, smile, and say, "Really?" or "That sounds interesting." Mark, you are a very good listener. You always make me feel heard.
Thank you, Emma. That's because I'm genuinely interested, and that is the secret to making friends. Be interested, not just interesting.
Okay, so we've been talking for 15 minutes. We like each other. Now, how do we make sure we meet again?
This is the friendship bridge. You have to ask for a way to stay in touch. In 2026, we usually ask for social media, right?
Right. You can say, "I've really enjoyed talking to you. Do you have Instagram? Or are you on WhatsApp?"
Or if it's for work, you can say, "Let's connect on LinkedIn."
And if you want to be very direct, which is okay, you can say, "We should grab a coffee sometime. Can I have your number?"
Grab a coffee. That's such a friendly, low-pressure way to meet again.
But what if you're tired and you want to leave the conversation? How do you end it without being mean?
You can say, "It was so nice meeting you, but I have to go find my friend now." Or, "I'm going to go get another drink, but I hope to see you around."
Always leave with a smile. The last impression is just as important as the first.
Wow, Emma, we've covered so much, from the first "excuse me" to exchanging numbers.
I hope our listeners feel like they have a social toolkit now. Making friends is just a skill, like riding a bike. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Exactly. And remember, everyone, even native speakers get nervous sometimes. You are not alone.
Before we wrap up this long episode, we want to hear from you. Go to the comments and tell us, what is the best icebreaker you have ever used?
We'll be reading and replying to your comments. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, and share. Your support means we can keep making these 20-minute deep dives.
We love you guys. Thank you for being part of Slow Talk Mastery.
Keep practicing, stay brave, and go make a new friend today.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.